Y'all know it's story time. This OG Weasel Urban Conversion. Y'all know it's story time. Y'all already know. What's up, y'all? This OG Weasel Urban Conversion back again with another. Y'all just not tuning into my channel. Got 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence. Here today to tell y'all about my journey. Told y'all, my current followers, y'all will be stepping my game up on my stories, being more in tune with the storyline as well. You know, might go live later on tonight, depends on what it's looking like on this leg, what y'all got going on right now. So, hope y'all can hear me. So, just leave verbal conversion. Story time. Did 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence. I don't tell these stories for glorification. Hey, I'm doing the live right now. Right. That's one of them. What's up? Uh, what's up? So, anyway, OG Weed Urban Conversion. So told you I would step it up, step my game up on doing a lot of stuff. It's my grandbaby. Say hi. She's on the job right now, so she's 2 years old. Um, like I said, I'm gonna turn my game up on the storytelling. I don't tell these stories for glorification to get any type of street cred or I'm this tough man. None of that. I don't even want that title banner. None of that. Serving 20 years in federal prison, a lot of stages in your life gonna come into play when you in that situation. For real, you're gonna find out your so-called friends or your friends, uh, the envy, the backstabbing, the betrayal, and I'm gonna say that even on my behalf, I was a low down lousy. I was low down and lousy. I wasn't no good friend at all. I wasn't no good friend at all, and that's what it was with me. And I ain't coming on here like, oh yeah, you did 20 years in jail. Feel sorry for me. Yeah, hell, matter of fact, I'm gonna do a little situation custom. Y'all hold on 1 second, man. It's finna get a little deep, and I don't want to put this stuff on these precious ears. You know, I don't want to put this on these precious ears. So this is what I'm protecting, man, with everything. You know, so real, real. Come on. Let me y'all hold on 1 second, man. Stay tuned on that. But the topic is I wasn't nothing. OG Weed, Urban Conversion. I'm back, man. So, y'all already know I'm gonna turn this shit up. But like I said, if you haven't got Chasing Me the book series, Chasing Me is out on Amazon right now. Chasing Me the book series, Carmichael Production. That's me. That's a serious situation, and divulging that, got this on the front line right now. I get the opportunity I get the opportunity to present certain things that will be in the series to y'all. Stories, real stories. And today, I just want to talk to y'all about. Yeah, I did 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence at the age of 25 years old. I did that. I went to jail. I had more time than my age. But I can say this. Man, I can't say what I deserve or nothing like that, but I'm thankful to be here today. You know, I've been I was a lousy. Yeah, I'm talking about me being in prison. Oh, yeah, that nigga did 20 years. Damn it. Hell, man, that shit might have been warranted. I needed that shit. Believe it or not, I needed that shit. And I understood that I had to have a significant amount of time for me to understand the levels of where I needed to be here right now, to be doing what I'm doing right now. I had to go through certain levels. If I would have continued to hold on to this street image, this macho mannerism, all of this shit, holding on to that concept, I wouldn't even be on this screen. I'd be behind the scenes playing this gangster role and all of that after doing 20 years in prison. So I'm presenting myself and my story. But yeah, I did 20 years on a 30-year sentence. I just, man, honestly, I deserve to do every day of that motherfucking 30. Just to be honest with you, every day of it. And I apologize if I present that like, ooh, feel sorry for me. Fuck nah, feel sorry for me. My motherfucking just being honest, man, my motherfucking ass needed to be off the goddamn street. And I tell these stories not to glorify. I ain't glorifying nothing about me in my journey. Fuck no, I had to do that. I supposed to probably done every bit of the fucking 30 years, every second of it. And if I was able to walk out that situation or roll up out that motherfucking wheelchair, man, that's what I would deserve. Cause I ain't trying to paint the picture of, oh, I was just this street dude and I was hustling and I just went to and they have it. The lying, the stealing, the 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 bullshit that I was doing before. All shit that you think you trying to do. Burning bridges. Come up burning real bridges. Doing shit in the streets, motherfuckers that ain't here no more behind. The very reason people ain't here today, I indulged in all that bullshit. I ain't telling y'all about all of that. All have sympathy for me because I did 20 years. Fuck that. I deserve to do this, man, they gave me the 30 years. Man, I do every day of the motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna tell you stories. I'm gonna turn this shit up. I'm gonna tell you about friends turning to foes in real life. Friends. That shit that you read about, the shit that you see in the movies. I'm telling you this to St. Louis, Missouri. 17 years old, buying drugs from not an undercover, but a police officer. 17 years old, buying work from a crooked police. 17 years old, getting dropped off at Popeye's Chicken where I worked at one time with a wad of money. I always had a wad of money in my pocket. And the person that's dropping me off in the latest car, not the latest car, the most flashiest car in the city of St. Louis at this time. The most flashiest car on the street level that you can have at this time. I'm getting dropped off at work, jumping. I ain't opening the doors. We jumping out the top because the roof off of it. MC Breed playing. You gotta get yours. That's playing. Hey man, what time you get off work? I get off at 11 o'clock. All right. They stay close. They stay around close. They probably ain't even hit no more licks or nothing. They ain't hit no more licks or nothing because they dropped me off at work for about 5 or 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? About 6 hours I gotta go in here because I'm programmed, because my father gave me the work mentality. And I wasn't hungry for drug money for real, but I played with it. I played with it at times. Yeah, I always have a little something, keep a little something just to have. But I was going to work. I was making my schedule. It was a little foreign Indian girl that worked there I liked. You know what I'm saying? And she liked me, but she was a Jehovah Witness or atheist or something. You know what I'm saying? Her parents dropped her off, but she liked me, and I liked her. You know, but the the latest car in the whole city. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna talk about the car, but this was in the era of the Mustangs. So roughest one in the city. Yeah, plenty of them came after this, but getting dropped off, getting dropped off to work, getting picked up in this type of vehicle. 17 years old. The passenger 15 turning 16. I mean the driver, he's 15 turning 16. Shouldn't even have this car, but he got it through perseverance and dedication. And I was always happy for him. But that came to a happy ending as well, being in the street, being close, best friends, and end up living two or three streets over from people. Growing up with these people all your life, their parents know you, you know them, and this street shit make you strategically plot and plan to harm him, and they plotting strategically plotting to hurt you. That's what this shit entails. All of this shit led up to me having 30 years in federal prison. This wasn't the time, but I'm telling you, in the times before anything, before the before the BMF dude, before that, before that, and it even got to a situation where they was asking for me for to sit down. Now I'm gonna get into that later on, and I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into all of that, everything. Chasing Me, the book series. It will not be a stone unturned in the city of St. Louis on this series. And it ain't just about St. Louis because it's far beyond just St. Louis. Chasing Me, the book series. turning your guns on each other for the code of the streets. This code of the streets, the value of the code of the street. Heard somebody say something. One time he say, yeah, the dude I won't mention his name say y'all mad about my deliverance. But when he go take his 12, 13, they talking about on just the radio. Now, time I jump in his car, it ain't nothing but sexually explicit music being played. Women empowerment type. Yeah. You can say that shit, hating and all of that, but it's just a sexual content that's being sold. You know what I'm saying? And that's just detriment. So I've been a part of the destruction. So I told you coming into this video, I've been a bullshit ass motherfucker. I deserve every day of that motherfucker 30 years. I got blessed and was able to come out after 20 years through the clemency program with Obama. You know, so it is what it is. I turned into I was a lousy ass dude, man. I was fucked up. I was loyal. I screamed this loyal shit, and I was loyal. This, that, and wasn't loyal to shit when you think about it. I was loyal to the benefit of situations. That was the difference. I was loyal to benefit of the situation, but it never paid off. It was never a benefit to none of the shit that I was doing, none of the shit that I entice motherfuckers to do, encourage people to do. None of that shit was encouraging. That shit was a disgrace. You got this young kid that have a strong form of leadership, but I used it on a negative form. I always had a gift of camaraderie to bring dudes together and bring them out of triumph on the triumph level. But this story here that I'm gonna tell y'all about, me and one of my childhood friends grew up. He was hungry for money in the drug game. Like I said, I had a job mentality, even though I dibbled and dabbled a little bit just to be a part of something, but I wasn't fascinated with the money, the finance and drug money at the time. And he and being his comrade, the aggressive comrade, I don't know if he realized that or not, but the camaraderie that we built, it was just pretty much he was allowed to get this money and have a form of support. He was able to have a form of support, meaning I had his back. I didn't care. I wasn't gonna let nobody do nothing to him, you know, and that's what that was. And I got a lot of slack and flack for a lot of years because as his money started building, his progression showed with the things he acquired. He always been a flashy dresser because that come from his family, his mom. Rest in peace. Mom just passed away just here recently. And 17 years old, going to meet the crooked police to buy large quantities of drugs. Large quantities of drugs. And in the streets, I'm talking about navigating with grown men because I understood. And I think even though we was dealing with the older people, they kind of knew what position people played. He was the money getter and I was the head buster. That's just what that was. I was the head buster if they wanted to fuck with him. Now I didn't care about none of that. I didn't care about you being grown or nothing. I had a 45 all the time. I had a 45 in the door. As soon as I jumped in the car, I would always say, what a pistol at? He had started having the pistol in my spot, right where I need it. I check it, load it. All right. Or I check it. All right, it's straight. Let's go. Then we driving off. The bag phones at this time, bag phones. We running with when the bag phones came in. We literally, well, he was. I probably put $700-800 on it. You know what I'm saying? A few of us have probably paid a little bit on it. But our phone bill on that bag phone bill used to be $2,500, $2,000 a month just to ride around on the drop top on the phone, just for the look. Sometimes I wouldn't even be on the phone. I wouldn't even be on the phone. Just holding the phone up to my ear while we roll and listen to the music loud as hell. I ain't even on the phone. Just rolling with the phone up. Like, yeah, we young niggas with this phone. You know what I'm saying? We got the bad phone. Got the bad phone. Phone bill $2,500 a month. $2,000 a month. I ain't that engulfed in no motherfucking hustling at that time. That was him. But I still was able to get on this month anytime I wanted to, but no nothing but talk for hours if I wanted to. It was never no discrepancy or none of that. Cause I played my position. I played my position. Unbeknown that that's the position I was in. I don't know that. I was just aggressive and protective of people I considered my friends. I ain't know this money would make us turn our guns on each other though. Same dude house, he jump fences to his backyard, through his backyard, slide up under, lay down on the ground. He barely slide the garage door up, lay down on the ground. Whatever you got on, just so you don't make the noise for his mama to hear you or stir. Later on, guns started going on. Guns started going on. Firebombing started to occur. A lot of stuff was going on. It's the best 80s and 90s depiction of this era, of this street game, this era that we was in. Even right now, friends or foes now, 20 years later after federal prison. Once was called friends but foes now. Y'all don't believe it. This street game is terrible. It's destructive. It's demoralizing. So if you got a son, brother, sister, cousin in this situation, man, the streets is trauma. Right now, I've been home 5 years. Street shit still be popping up. Depends on if I want to fight or not. No, I ain't fight. I made a conscious choice about staying out here, staying free, not acting according to what people used to or accustomed to a person acting. Yeah, I ain't worried about that. I ain't scared of nothing or nobody. They gonna tell on me. They gonna tell on me. That's just what that is. But I ain't, I moved on from the street life, so I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about this past. I'm gonna talk about this past. Best thing smoking. Chasing me books here, best thing smoking. Somebody tag 50 Cent and let them know I'm coming. Relentless on this. Excuse me for the typo errors in this series. Publishing company botch my series. But grab on to the series and the wholesome story of it. Because I'm going to give it up to y'all. Unrevealed, unrevealed series, stories, and a journey. Man, I ain't promoting that I was no good dude. The fucked up motherfucking person. I tell you that. I was horrible to my mama. I was horrible to my daddy. I was horrible to my sisters and brothers. I was horrible to my motherfucking self. Playing the street game. Playing the street game, I was diabolical at times. Heartless at times. Uh, undetached from a lot of shit. Feeling like the black sheep of the family. All of that coincided with where I'm at right now. Man, I'm story. You pay me for this story. And as we go, we're gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper into it. Got a lot to go through. Whole we got a we got a hell of a journey to go through on this series here. Turn my guns on my best friends. Turn guns on best friends. It's just my story. It's one side of the story. But I'm gonna just tell it how it was. I let the street shit change who I was as a person. Made me evil, made me ungrateful, made me everything. The street shit made me lousy. It turned my heart black. It turned everything, my essence black. It dimmed my light. That street shit did. So again, yeah, I did 20 years on a 30-year federal prison sentence. I, you know, and I ain't gonna say what I should have done, because I should have did a lot of shit. But I done 20 years on this 30-year sentence. Did 20 years on it and deserved every day of that shit and everything that I went through, all the heartache and pain, all of that, everything that comes with being in federal prison, not being able to raise my children, the real essence of bringing this life into this world and not being there to support them on their journey, help them make better decisions as the father, because it starts with the father, and without the father, it's in disarray after that. So my choices landed me in prison. I could have persevered through anything because it's worse stories than mine, you know. But at the time, my story was the worst of the worst to me. My own story, bear my own cross, and carry my own cross. My hardships were mine, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about the disruptive behavior that I displayed to my friends, to my parents, to people that I love in this series here. In this series here, talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. How I turned my gun on one of my best friends. How I landed myself in prison with a 30-year sentence. How I vowed that I would blow myself up to harm him when I seen him, when I had the opportunity to lay my hands on him. In all actuality, I used to tell myself for a lot of years in federal prison that I'm gonna stab him. Uh, the sparks, it's gonna be sparks from the knife. I'm gonna go through him so deep with this knife. If he ever slip back up in federal prison, lo and behold, he did. Lo and behold, he did. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all step up on this. Y'all stumble up on this video. Y'all heard what I said. The same enemy from childhood up into, and the warning came before the destruction. So y'all tell me, y'all want to hear part two of this series, this story right here. Y'all hit the comment. Y'all hit the comment. Y'all want to hear part two of this. Y'all want to hear it because it get deep. Being in federal prison, being in federal prison was a traumatic situation for me. I'm here today to tell y'all what's up with me. Chasing Me is out, book series. Chasing Me out now, Amazon. Go get yours. Part two being edited right now. It's on the pop. I see y'all in a minute, man. I know y'all ain't tuned in right now, but I'll catch y'all later. Got something gruesome for you. Peace, love.